Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, ladies and gents. This is the Silver Stacking Dad back at ya. Today we're going to talk and go over a beginner's guide to the top 10 items that you would find in a bug out bag. And you may ask yourself, well, what is a bug out bag? This would be any type of satchel, backpack, luggage, anything that would contain items that would prepare or keep you prepared in an economic collapse or any type of catastrophic event that would occur that would cause you to leave your home at a blink of an eye and head for the hills, anywhere less populated, away from the general public, to keep yourself more likely, you know, defended, just to give you a kind of a rundown of some of what those items would be. I've got a list compiled for you. Again, this is just a beginner's guide. This we won't be going into big detail on each item. Just kind of giving you a rundown for those beginners who've been thinking about creating a bag but haven't, just because they don't know where to start. So we're going to go here. First, I had the silver pull up here, the 10-year chart, kind of just showing you the trend line there. Back in 2011, the spike that we had, and then went back down. Some believe that we're heading towards another spike. But yeah, I'll go here to our blank screen. I've got that pulled up for you here. And then now I'm going to pull up the list. So as you could tell from the thumbnail, I had some of those items, kind of presented for you on the thumbnail, but I'll pull up the list now. First is water, of course. We've got purification tablets or filtration units. These are like life straws, things like that you can filtrate, not so great water quality and turn it into drinkable water. Either if you're a single individual or more bulkier size for a family. Some will do about 50,000 gallons, some up to hundreds of thousands of gallons. Then you have purification tablets, which you just drop into the water, stir around. It will then purify the water. You could also boil the water, but that's usually less convenient for you. Number two would be food, of course. You got to eat. Seeds is a good way to have, in your bag in case it extends out for long periods of time and you need to actually grow food. Canned goods, sealed items, things that will last for quite some time, and even, books for, foraging, mushrooms, edible plants is a good one as well. And then, of course, guns, which is good for hunting. Number three, and defense. So you want to keep everything you have safe and the individuals with you safe, or yourself. And then you want to, hunt for food, rabbits, deer, anything that you can eat, things like that. Then, of course, ammo, of course, to go along with the guns. So number four and three are kind of together there, but separate. And ammo is good for bartering, because other people may shoot up all their ammunition and then have nothing left. So what good's a gun without the ammo? So actually I think ammo is a little bit better than the gun in certain cases. Then you got number five, you got shelter. Shelter would include knives for cutting rope, paracord, so you could tie down things, matches, fire starters, and tarps for shelter coverage. You got duct tape to keep those things together, along with the paracord and rope. Then you have, and then waterproof matches is a good thing as well. Then you have number six, medicine. This is huge. Vitamins to keep you healthy, painkillers, either over the counter or prescription, antibiotics. Again, this is huge. In case someone gets sick in the group or yourself, you want antibiotics to get them healthy. First aid, bandages, things like that. Again, kind of goes hand in hand with the antibiotics. Seven, of course, I could not go without mentioning this: precious metals, silver, gold, and even a little fiat cash. will go a long way for bartering, maybe get you out of a sticky situation, allow you access to an area that you may not have access to with providing someone with these things. Extra clothing for cold weather, or if you get wet, you definitely want to have some of that available. If there's a bad thunderstorm, you were to get soaked, you could get sick and then need to go through your antibiotics or first aid as well. So you want to keep a good set of clothing, extra pairs of socks, but you don't want to make it too much of your bag. You don't want to clutter it up with clothes, but just enough in case that event were to happen. Number 9, you want flashlights, solar powered or hand crank, because batteries will, be limited. You want something that can either be powered by the sun or hand cranking power yourself. And then, of course, number 10, a compass. You want to be able to tell which direction you're going or coming from, so you're not walking around in a complete circle. Of course, you could use the sun, but again, that's very limited on a cloudy day, things like that. So, I went over the top 10 here. Of course, any recommendations you can drop in the comments. I'm sure there's plenty of you with a little bit more expertise. Again, then this is just a beginner's guide. So if you think there's something a beginner should know that I did not mention, I would recommend typing that in comments, leaving it below. It would help tremendously. So I thank you again for tuning in, and if you like the video and the information, please like, subscribe, share, anything kind of helps get recognition and me back out in the community. So I thank you again for tuning in, and you have a wonderful day, evening, or afternoon. Silver Stacking Dad out.